Alrighty, so this is a video inspired by this cute lady that I met at the T-Mobile store. So this one's for you. She asked me what the best time to go to Disneyland is. And there are a lot of factors that go into that question. So I wanted to give you like some suggestions, some ideas to kind of give you an idea of what I think is the best time to go based on what I want to do or based on what you want to do. So first, this is like must know information. If you don't book your tickets to Disneyland directly through the Disneyland website, you have to make a reservation. So it is now required, and it has been since COVID. You have to make, I'm sorry, I was like so just distracted by how cute that is. You have to make a reservation in order to go to a park. And the reservations fill up, and when they're full, they will not let you into the park. And you can look that up just like Disneyland ticket reservations. So like sometimes you might make a reservation with Getaway Today. They'll help you with making a reservation. But like I've won tickets on the radio. So I have to go in, plug in my code from my Disneyland tickets into the Disneyland reservation system so that the days that I want to go, I can get in. If you don't have a reservation, you will not get in. It's just how it is. And you can make a reservation for both parks. If you do a Hopper Pass, you can't transfer over until I think it's like 11 o'clock. Like you can't flip over to the next park. This is just in California. Okay. So factors that come into when is the best time to go. Cheapest days. So if you're looking to save money, are going on off seasons. The most busy seasons and the most expensive seasons are the summer and holiday seasons and the weekends. The nice thing is there are magic key holders specific to Southern California that they're blocked during those seasons to help with crowd control as well. So unless they have like the highest tier of a magic key holder pass, which is like an annual pass, what they used to be known as, they can't get into the park. But if you're looking for the cheapest weekdays, off seasons, the only problem with off seasons are that during off seasons, they will refurbish rides. Refurbish means they're making sure everything's working. And usually they're closed for a couple of weeks, unless it's like a massive overhaul, like Splash Mountain is right now, that they're turning into Tiana's Bayou, which is a long time. It's been probably a year or so that it's shut down. So you can look on the Disneyland website and check for when certain rides are down during certain times. So like if you are a diehard, I don't know, teacups, like check the refurbishment list so that when you're coming, you are getting the most out of when you are going to be there. I will say when I went in February, we've been to Disneyland once in February, and lots of rides were not open. A lot of rides because it's a low crowd season. There's not that many people there. Was the weather fantastic though? Absolutely. It was not hot at all. And that's kind of a game changer for me. I don't want to be hot in Disneyland. I don't do well in the heat. So always check the refurbishment schedule for the rides that you want to go on. My favorite time personally that I've ever been to Disneyland was the week before Thanksgiving. And it's because the holiday season hadn't kicked off with crowds yet, but it was already holiday themed. So I got all my holiday treats. I got all the festivities, all the entertainment, the holiday parade, way before the crowds start overwhelming Disneyland. And it was glorious. I mean, talk about the parade that you're going to cry at. Like, it was so cool. It wasn't hot. I had this really ugly gingerbread dress and like my gingerbread ears. Do you see them up there? I love those ears. And I wore those and I wasn't dying of the heat. Like, loved it. Like, that was my favorite time we've ever been to Disneyland, was the week before Thanksgiving. So yeah, my kids had to miss school. And that's another thing. If it's spring break in Anaheim, Orange County, expect Disneyland to be packed. Like, expect it. It's going to happen. So take those things into consideration. What are you most worried about? Money, crowd control, weather. Like, think about those things. Holiday season and Halloween are fantastic because there's special parades, special foods. Rides are overlaid, like Small World and Haunted Mansion have a holiday theme. The nice thing is if you aren't necessarily in the park, you can still enjoying the fun with Downtown Disney. Like, Downtown Disney does an Easter egg hunt during, like, around Easter. We've done that. Like, you walk around and find all the Easter eggs, and then you come back and they'll give you a little, like, Disney-themed egg. There's also a pumpkin scavenger hunt during Halloween time. Super fun. Another thing to think about. Special ticketed events are these things that are important to you and want to be involved in, like the Oogie Boogie Nights, which realize it is an extra cost and they sell out quickly. This sold out within hours. So paying attention to when they came out, I think this came out in July. So paying attention to when it comes out, when the tickets drop, and being able to make a reservation for the date that you want to go, all those things are important. But they have lots of ticketed after hours events, and they call them after hours, but they start at like, this starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and goes until 11 o'clock at night. And unless you have that separate ticketed event, you'll be kicked out of the park. And it is more money, but are they a lot of fun? Yes. But they have fun things like Oogie Boogie Nights and graduation nights, Valentine couples nights, Dapper Day, where you can dress up all fancy like they did back in the 50s. Lots of these events are fun. They sell out quickly. Check them out. I think Dapper Days aren't necessarily something that you have to pay for, but it's just like, we're going to all dress up in November 11th. Like, that's kind of the idea. For me, temperature is important. We have never gone in the summer. We have no desire to melt. Like, my kids don't do well in the heat, especially my daughter. She would throw up. So, not worth it to us to do that. We like from mid-October. Sometimes that October can get freakishly hot too, though. Up into April. Probably won't cook. Probably. They do have rain, though. Lots of rain in April. Holy cow. I have never been in so much rain in my life. Well, maybe back east it was pretty bad, but yeah. April. Lots of rain. Plan it. Bring a poncho. There's only a couple of rides that they won't let you go on, like Alice in Wonderland, the one that goes on top. They won't let you go on that. So realize that. If it's pouring rain, it does a couple things for you. It also clears out the crowds, because if you're a magic key holder, you can come and go as you please. But if you're there, you're there. And then you've got less wait times. And then you can go on like Fantasyland. You could just boom, 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 bang around and do all of them. Hopefully this helps you get some ideas of when the best time to go is. Always is my answer. But I prefer not being hot and not having a crap load of people and it not being crazy expensive. And I feel like early November is when that is for me, because I love the holiday season. That's my favorite. Hopefully this helps you. If it does, please like and subscribe, and I'll come up with more tips and tricks.